there's a story going around that Wrexham actually might be digging real deep and spending big time cash. Hollywood couldn't even dream of what they've been through, and it's not just because of the owners. They've got 3 consecutive promotions. Wrexham flying from the National League to the champ, and they ain't done yet. 9th in the Championship under Phil Parkinson, just 2 points outside of the playoffs. Could they make it 3 promotions?
They lost last week as well, didn't they? To Norwich.
Yeah.
At home.
To help them get over the line, they're weighing up a stunning £19 million move for striker Sidiki Cherif, which would become the highest Championship signing of all time. So to tell us more on this and if it can actually happen is the Executive Director of the show. Welcome to Wrexham, Humphrey Ker. Good morning, Humphrey.
Morning, Humphrey.
Hey, good morning.
Good to have you with us. I mean, is this actually going to happen? 20 million on a player in the Championship? Is it happening?
I think we were all as excited as everybody else to read about it on the internet. To the best of my knowledge, it's a lot of exciting speculation. I mean, we're looking at lots of different players at the moment, but to say that we've launched a £19 million bid, I'm not sure that's 100% correct.
Yeah, well, I'll just say about Wrexham, it's been a great journey, isn't it? I mean, everybody at Wrexham must be over the moon with how it's gone so far, and you're doing so well in the Championship as well. I know you had that defeat last week against Norwich, which was a bit disappointing being at home, but you're only 2 points out of the playoffs, Humphrey, so... it'd be a dream come true. It doesn't look like you can get automatic, but if you get in those playoffs, anything can happen in that, and you could possibly be in that Premier League next year. Who knows?
Sure. I mean, that's. I mean, to be disappointed to lose against Norwich City, and we were disappointed to drop points on Tuesday against Leicester. I mean, that's an extraordinary thing for us. When I first came to Wrexham, we were playing Weymouth and Maidenhead United and, all clubs like that who, all fantastic clubs in their own right, but don't quite have the same Premier League history as those two. We're very happy with our lot in life to be in a situation where we can lose games to, league matches to clubs like that.
Yeah. And that special night as well against Forest was very special, wasn't it, for the FA Cup? Who you got in the next round, by the way?
We've got Ipswich Town at home.
Ipswich Town at home, so another Championship side who's going very well. But that must have been those sort of nights. You just can't beat them, can you? The drama of the night as well, with the goals, the penalty shootout, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think the FA Cup is Wrexham have got a great history in the FA Cup. Obviously, we
beat Arsenal 1991, 92.
Sorry to bring it up, Ray, slightly before your time.
Just slightly. No, you got me a chance to get my debut, so I'm pleased Wrexham won that game.
Perfect. There we go. Excellent.
So, Humphrey, then, as the exec director of the club, you'll know more about these figures. You think the £19 million Sidiki Cherif move isn't quite right, but do you think that because of the owners, because of the Hollywood fairy tale, when it comes to the press, when it comes to agents, these prices are being inflated?
Well, I think that one thing we've definitely noticed is that we get used at times as a sort of stalking horse for contract negotiations and for transfers and things like that. If you attach Wrexham's name to something that, I'm not saying that's what's happening in this situation, but it has happened in the past that, people looking to get a better deal for their player, they say Wrexham are in for him, they're going to pay silly money, teams then suddenly react in a different way, or people who are trying to decide whether or not they want to sign that player then suddenly jump to it and launch a bid earlier. But it is true that I think as we came up from the National League and League Two and League One, that we would encounter a situation where, we're often looking to sign players from higher divisions and bring them down to that level, and that often meant that you did have to pay a little bit of a premium, I think. But now we're in the Championship, we are finding ourselves, we're no longer like the big fish in a with all due respect, smaller pond. Yeah. You're in a division where you've got Premier League teams with parachute payments, things like that. If they want a player you want, they have every bit as much of a drawing power as you do. So. It's been challenging in the past, but now I think we're getting into a situation where we are perhaps a little bit more on a par.
It's fascinating, the story of Wrexham. It'll never get old for us, that's for sure. Has Ryan Reynolds calmed down after that FA Cup game? He was losing his marbles with his mum in the stands, wasn't he?
Yes, I mean, it's something that's been really nice to see over the 5 years we've done this. It'll be 5 years in about 2 weeks' time since we took over. And, I think to start off with, his interest in the whole thing was much more about the kind of philanthropic side of it, what you could do for the community via boosting a football club. But he's properly fallen in love with it, which is nice to see.
Yeah, because I watched the whole show. By the way, you were brilliant in it, but it was very much so
Thanks, very kind.
pushed by Rob McElhenney kind of thing. He loves the system. He loves the idea of promotion and relegation. And Ryan obviously had big bucks behind him, and then he's now fallen in love with it as well. But the story is absolutely incredible. Listen, the documentary thing that won over our hearts. There's reports that there's going to be a Manchester United type documentary. Is that a good idea, or a club at that level? Would it not quite work the same?
Well, I think, from my understanding, what they're going for is a drama with the Manchester United thing. They want it to be more like The Crown rather than like Us. It's going to it's the story of Manchester United, not in the here and now. I don't believe. I think it's like the full history of Manchester United. Busby Babes and all that. And I mean, for me, that sounds incredible. I'm not a Manchester United fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I think football clubs are amazing, as we all know, because they are this extraordinary sort of trawler net that runs through the community. They have all these stories kind of congregate in there, and Manchester United with everything that they've been through over the years, all their triumphs, all their disasters. Eric Jemba, for example. They are, there's a lot of stories to tell there. So it sounds brilliant to me.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on. Good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Humphrey. Good luck.
Probably speak to you before the playoffs. Long may it continue for Wrexham. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
That's
Bye-bye.
Humphrey Ker, the Executive Director of Wrexham.
It's an amazing story. It really is. I mean, Wrexham fans can't believe it. Their luck. Yeah. And it could have been anybody, probably. I'm not just saying it because it was. I think they was looking at Hartlepool at one stage, weren't they? Jeff Stelling said.
Oh man!
But then he said no. And then obviously they went to another club, and ended up with Wrexham. And what a journey!
Unbelievable.
The fans, and it's all about the community, which is so important. And football in Wrexham now is very exciting.
Do you think they'll go up?
I think it's a very competitive league, so I couldn't say definitely they're going to go up, but just to try and get that in those playoffs would be amazing. I mean, it looks like Coventry, Middlesbrough had another good result the other night away from home at Stoke. Ipswich are flying with their game in hand, so they could go to second. So it's a really, really top class league. But some Hull City will have a great season. There's so many, Bristol City, Watford, so many good teams who've got a chance.